Does the Ineos Grenadier hold its value like a Toyota or more like a Land Rover? We're gonna find out in today's video. Let's get right into it. This is my 2024 Ineos Grenadier Trialmaster, and the Trialmaster basically gives you off-road stuff like the raised air intake, as well as the factory diff locks. And that makes this package one of the more desirable packages on the Grenadier, which I do find very interesting because the Grenadier is an a la carte vehicle, truly. The Fieldmaster and the Trialmaster are just preset packages. Whether you choose a base Grenadier, a Fieldmaster, or Trialmaster, you can literally equip all of them exactly the same. For example, my Trialmaster has the leather seats that are standard in the Fieldmaster. Now, the reason I bring this up is I've noticed on the used market that base Grenadiers, right, quote unquote base Grenadiers, sell for less money than Trialmasters and Fieldmasters. But either way, let me show you guys the options on my Grenadier, show you guys the original MSRP, and then I want you to guess what the current trade-in value is on my Grenadier. Now, I've got the checker plates that are a dealer installed option, but this is something that comes from the factory winch as well. I also have the rock rails, another dealer installed option, but again, it was designed by the factory. I have all the power up top. Mine even has the little tire compartment situation here in the back, as well as the ladder. Like I said earlier, I've got the leather seats, the upgraded brown leather on the steering wheel, and stuff like the brake. I also happen to have the Safari windows. Now, without the dealer installed items, my original MSRP was $92,920. Now, with those items installed, it brought the total price to a little bit under $95,000. Before you guys put in your guesses for the value on the Grenadier, I'm going to give you guys two other vehicles that I have personally owned that are very similar to the Grenadier. I'm going to go over the resale value on those. The first of which I still own, it's a 2020 Heritage Edition Land Cruiser. Brand new, this was $90,000. And on the used market, if these have lower mileage, they still sell for around original MSRP. So what that means is a heavy-duty off-roader can sell for close to its original MSRP, even after being a few years old. And the reason why the Land Cruiser commands that price is, you know, obviously the name, but also the reliability and durability with the vehicle. And well, the Grenadier was built with reliability and durability in mind, so maybe it's similar to the Land Cruiser. Now, another vehicle that I no longer own, but did own for a year, was a Land Rover Defender P400. Now, that actually had a very similar original price to the Grenadier. My original build was about $95,000 because I had all the off-road stuff added to it. And after 1 year and about 10,000 miles, which is exactly what I have with the Grenadier, currently it's 1 year old and has about 10,000 miles on it, that Defender was worth about $64,000. And so it lost over $30,000 in value in just 1 year of ownership and about 10,000 miles. And so with the Defender and the Grenadier both being British vehicles, maybe the Grenadier is going to be closer in resale value to its British counterpart. Now, I want all of you to comment down below your guess as to what the current trade-in value, not retail value, but trade-in value is on the Grenadier. Is it closer to the Land Cruiser, so close to original MSRP, or is it more like the Defender, or is it somewhere in between the two? The current trade-in value is probably around $67,000 for this Grenadier. Now, I do want to mention, my friend that appraised the Grenadier is not an Ineos dealer, so he didn't know exactly what this car was all about. He basically just appraised this as if it's a Trialmaster, and so an Ineos dealer might be willing to pay a little bit more money because they know that I have some extra options on this. I haven't gotten that appraisal, and I probably should have for this video, but if you're going to be trading this in at a non-Ineos dealer, that's roughly what you would see value-wise. It's going to vary depending on what part of the US, but again, that's roughly what you'll see. And so I suppose this is not only similar in terms of country of origin to the Defender, it's also similar when it comes to resale value. Now, I do quickly want to make a point to close off this video, and that is the fact that I don't think this is going to continue to depreciate similarly to the Defender. And the reason why I think that is based on what this is. This is a body and frame, solid axle, off-road capable vehicle, and so the first year depreciation makes sense, right? This is a pretty basic vehicle, so you're going to see quite a bit of depreciation when this thing stickers for almost $100,000. But after that, as long as this ends up being reliable, people are always going to be willing to pay a decent amount of money for it. Whereas the Defender, for example, that's a unibody vehicle with independent suspension. It's going to continue to depreciate until it's probably in the, you know, $20,000 to $30,000 range, whereas this, I think it's going to consistently stay above $50,000 for quite some time, especially if it proves to be reliable. If this proves to be reliable, it'll probably stay in that range for quite some time. Time will tell on that, but let me know what your thoughts are on the current resale value on the Grenadier.